Breaking news out of the NFL, Pittsburgh Steelers running back Le'Veon Bell is facing a 4-game ban for a missed drugs test. So I want to reiterate that first part. It is a missed drugs test. It is not a failed drugs test at the moment, even though I still think it should be punished in the same way, because if you miss a drugs test until we understand the reasoning, all we can allude to is that he didn't want to take the drugs test. So this is deja vu for Le'Veon Bell, who is a phenomenal running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Wonder why.
He was suspended for the first 3 games of 2015, later reduced for 2 games for violation of NFL's substance abuse policy, marijuana possession, and DUI in the summer of 2014. Your views on the policy aside, we're just taking the facts that it has happened now back-to-back seasons, and Pittsburgh Steelers fans may be upset with Le'Veon Bell, but that's not the only thing that's going on at the moment, Haas. First-round draft pick Ezekiel Elliott of the Dallas Cowboys is being brought into a domestic violence case. So there is still a lot of details to be disclosed. We're not going to allude to any judgment at the moment until we get all the final details, because there's still there's a lot of moving pieces. Ezekiel Elliott has now claimed that he has text messages proving that his girlfriend, or a woman, named by Tiffany Thompson, apparently that was his girlfriend, has been trying to set him up. So if you see here from the images, she posted this on Instagram claiming that this has been going on for the last week, and alluding to the fact that Ezekiel Elliott has been beating her. So, again, no statistics, but let me pick that part up. Jesus. All right. Again, no one has been found guilty. Ezekiel Elliott has, of course, pledged the fact that he is innocent.
His dad came out, released Stacy Elliott has issued a statement proclaiming his son's innocence, and he said that the reported allegations and internet postings regarding our son are completely false.
Yeah, and the Dallas Cowboys haven't released a full statement at this moment. They may have done by the time this clip goes up, so bear with me. But it seems that they're standing by Ezekiel Elliott, and there has been witnesses at the scene of the crime that stated that nothing happened, and it's not of the same description as Tiffany Thompson. Again, I'm not going to pass judgment on it until I have the details. I mean, once the details are disclosed, I will have my say.
Domestic violence rarely occurs in front of witnesses, though, for the most part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, that, it could have happened in a different instance.
I'm not saying it couldn't, and I'm not saying it could have, but yeah, I'm going to look at it from
don't worry, I'm doing that for you.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to look at it from the exposure side. Ezekiel Elliott is one of the most anticipated players in the NFL for next season. Right? We've seen him drafted by the Cowboys, arguably one of the most famous sporting franchises in the world. So it is unfortunate that this may, what way it goes, it's clouding our excitement for the start of the new season. And I want to throw to our EP first, Dan Keston, to describe what this means for the league, especially with the Pittsburgh Steelers and a little bit of deja vu with their running back Le'Veon Bell.
Well, I mean, this isn't good for the league at all. I mean, they've already lost Tom Brady for the first 4 games. Now they just lost Le'Veon Bell for the first 4 games. And if Ezekiel Elliott gets, found that he actually did do this, they're going to lose him for a bunch of games. So, the NFL is having a really difficult time keeping a lot of these guys on the field for various reasons. But it's not good for anyone. Le'Veon Bell, is really exciting to watch, and that Steelers offense with him is fantastic. And, it's really going to hurt the Cowboys if Elliott is found guilty of this and can't play. I mean, they drafted him number 3. It's one of the highest running back draft picks in a long time. I mean, even Gurley wasn't drafted that high, so they have huge expectations, and they think they're going to bring the Cowboys back to where they were 2 years ago, before they lost to DeMarco Murray. So I think the end result of all this is all this stuff's bad. It's bad for a variety of different reasons, but most of all, it's bad for the fans because we don't get to watch, some of these players on the field.
You see from the Vegas list that we had, and we did the clip last week, that people are anticipating a high amount of wins for the Dallas Cowboys, and staying true to that. It's anticipated that even without Le'Veon Bell, the Steelers still remain second favourites to win the Super Bowl, along with the Green Bay Packers. And when you look at Le'Veon Bell's stats, specifically throughout his career, I mean, the guy's got 83 passes for 854 yards 2 years ago with, I think, 1,361 rushing yards. The guy's a phenomenal athlete, truck, as a running back. And one thing that I wanted to throw back to Dan is it is frustrating, right? Because we've seen this with Adrian Peterson as well. You want to see the best athletes on the field through the majority of the season, especially the ones that attract the large viewership and are exciting to watch.
Yeah, I mean, especially at the running back position. I mean, if you look at the running backs in the NFL this year, these are 2 of the top 10 guys. And, obviously Adrian Peterson's another one of the top 10 guys. So you're talking about losing 2 of the top players at that position in the NFL, theoretically, if both of these guys, can't play. It's not good. It's definitely not good.
No good for the.
You know what else is not good?
Show me, hit me.
Not taking your drug test.
Yeah, this is a discussion.
We're not legitimizing.
No, I know.
No, I don't think that we are alluding to that. I was waiting to get the facts out about football and then what this is going to mean for the league before I got onto Le'Veon Bell.
Do you want to speculate on what the reason behind
that
Le'Veon
he was potentially
Bell's,
involved in taking drugs beforehand?
You think but you think it's a marijuana related thing, or do you think it's different than marijuana related issues?
Looking at so you got to take into consideration the case study, right? So last year he was caught with marijuana. Therefore, with the strict policy when it comes to that, don't get me started on this. Dan's probably already rolling his eyes because we've done so many clips on this, right?
We agree
but
on this.
The rules are the rules. And if he's going to break the rules again, if it's marijuana, then he's going to be found guilty of that. But what is within his rights to appeal this, but what I don't understand is what is that even going to do, because you're already found guilty of breaking the rules last year, and now when you add on to this year, he's going to get a 4-game ban, so you may as well just eat the ban and put everything else to bed. So I think by missing the drugs test, it doesn't put him in front of the worldwide audience for doing something that is considered thoroughly wrong in abusing drugs of any sort, where he's just like, all right, I missed the drugs test, sorry.
Just don't do the drugs.
But we don't know if that's the thing. It's cloudy. We don't know if he's done it or not.
It could also be painkillers. I mean, he's coming off a major knee injury, so it's possible he could have taken some kind of drug to help him get back faster.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And again, we don't want to speculate as to what he was taking or not. But
like deer antler spray.
Even if this speculation, I imagine in Le'Veon Bell's mind, is better than us sitting here and going, all right, he took steroids. Now we need to reconsider his performance in the NFL for the last, how many years has he been taking? How long has he been doing this? Whereas if he's just not turned up for the test, it's just like, all right, the guy missed up. He's not going to the test. Now he's just going to have to serve a 4-game ban.
Which is why performance-enhancing drugs should be legal and regulated.
It's never going to happen, Haas. This is
that's ridiculous. No, that's ridiculous of you to say that. The fact that you said it's never going to happen, it's going to happen. The things that we find to be like vitamins and supplements, a part of daily life now, used to be regarded as performance-enhancing drugs. These are, it's already made an impact in sports as we know it. People do it behind the scenes. People do it in secrecy. Eventually, they will do it legally.
I've already told you, I don't want to get, we've had this discussion off camera. What makes sports is the idea that you have a fair chance of going in and winning a sport. When you add performance-enhancing drugs, whether both people are taking it, and that
Formula
makes it fair,
One.
that
Formula
makes it fair.
One.
No, but I'm not talking
don't they have rules and regulations?
You don't have to rely on your
how
physical
you
body. You rely on the motors of a car. Yeah, you're going to have to be athletic.
Do you think that, but Francis.
It's the physical. You want to rely on the idea that the body works.
You're just pushing your body's unlimited potential to the next level.
Why is it that when everyone takes steroids, some people have different reactions to it than others? Not everyone gets to the same size as a LeBron James, even though he's not taking it. So you just want a bunch of super athletes running around? You want Optimus Prime? You want Optimus Prime versus Bumblebee? But let us know what you guys think in the comment section below. Share your thoughts on Ezekiel Elliott. As we mentioned, whenever the details come around, whenever further details on the instance happens to come up, we will make sure to let you guys know. Maybe we'll shoot another clip on this. Let us know what you think of Le'Veon Bell.
And
Steelers fans, are you upset about this?
Should be legal or not?
Right, we'll do another clip on that so that we can get into whatever sort of asinine argument you think that you have when it comes to this.
Don't try to bash my argument. This is fallacious that you're doing. Logical fallacy.